Hi yogis, it's Hayley from Namaste Kids and welcome to my first ever kids yoga class online. Firstly, a hello to my yogis that I teach in my usual classes. So hello everyone at Benenden Village Hall class. Hi Sutton Valence Lunch Club. Hello Marlborough House Pre-Prep Club. And a big hello to all at St Monan's. I teach in the pre-prep, years 3, 4 and years 5, 6, 7, 8. So I hope everyone is well. Important questions first. As you can see, the purple is going in the hair and starting to turn blue. Another important question that all my yogis will be wondering is, what did I do with my toenails? Very important. Unfortunately, they are plain because I'm not seeing anyone. Normally I have some very funky nails. I've had all sorts of things over the years, minions, hearts, flowers, watermelons, pumpkins for Halloween, crazy Christmassy nails with Father Christmas on, you name it, we've had it. And it's always a popular thing from my yogis in classes. Anyway, we always start our classes with some breathing. We sit nice crisscross, apple sauce as we say, and we're going to do a breath called palming is calming. At the moment there's so much going on, we're all a bit from being indoors and not getting to see our friends as much. So this is a really nice breath to help calm us down and make us feel better. So we're going to start by rubbing our hands together. Now, because I've got glasses, and in a minute I'm going to put my hands over my eyes, I'm going to take my glasses off. You guys keep rubbing your hands. We want to try and make our hands nice and warm, so rub them really, really fast. And in a minute, what's going to happen is we're going to put our hands over our eyes. They'll be nice and warm and toasty. We're going to put our knees on our elbows and rest down into our hands. And we're going to take a few breaths there. So keep rubbing, rubbing, rubbing. Can you feel the warmth yet? Okay, get ready. Hands over your eyes, put your elbows on your knees, take a big breath into your tummy. And release it all through your mouth with a big breath in through your nose. And breathing out of your mouth. Let any tension and worries go with your breathing in, and let it all release when you breathe out. One more big breath in, and breathing out slowly. You might want to close your eyes, it's going to be a bit bright. Blink a couple of times, and all of a sudden the world seems brighter. Hopefully we're feeling calm, because the next thing I'd like to do with you is meditation. We do meditation in our classes, and quite often we do our finger meditation, but our theme today is kindness, and as well as fun. We always have fun as number one theme. Kindness is our second theme. We need a lot of kindness in the world today. We need to make sure that we stay indoors. That's number one kindness. Or stay home. You can play in the garden. Staying home is number one kindness that we can do for everyone. Making sure we look after our friends and neighbours, and we're very thankful for all of the not doctors and nurses working for the NHS. So we're thinking about other people today. But we're going to start by thinking about ourselves, because we have to think about ourselves as well. That's important. Now meditation, we stay with our crisscross applesauce legs. Nice straight back. If we have a straight back, we can breathe better, so it's good for us. Now you can put your hands on your knees. You can put them down, you can put them up. You might want to do a hand gesture, or a mudra, which is a yoga term for a hand gesture. If you put your your finger against your thumb to make circles, you can place them on your hands, or you can just put one hand on top of the other one in the centre of your body, whatever you feel comfortable with. We're going to try and do this with our eyes closed, I've got a few notes, so I might peek, but if you can keep your eyes closed, if you can. If you don't like to close your eyes, don't worry. Look towards the tip of your nose, and it makes your eyes go a little bit fuzzy, and it helps cut out other people that might be around, stops you being distracted. And you're going to say the words silently, because meditation is normally done quietly. So preferably, if you can, say the words inside your head. If you do say them out, don't say them too loud. You don't want to disturb anyone that might be working. So take a breath in, close your eyes, and you start by saying to yourself, may I be happy, may I be healthy. May I be happy, may I be healthy. One last time. May I be happy. May I be healthy. Now I want you to think about someone that you love. Try to make a picture in your head of that person that you really love. And say to the person, may you be happy. May you be healthy. Now think about someone that you don't know so well. You know what they look like, but you're not really friends with them. Maybe it's a neighbour, maybe someone that's working at the shops, keeping the shops open so that we can still get our food to keep us going. So make a picture of that person, and then say to that person, may you be happy, may you be healthy. Now I want you to think about someone that's been getting on your nerves a bit or annoying you, and you've been feeling a bit with them. One's a bit trickier, but I want you to think about the time when you and that person had some fun together, a happy time. And I want you to think about that person and say to that person, may you be happy, may you be healthy. And let's think about everyone in our community, everyone having to stay indoors, and all those people that are working, keeping everything going. May you be happy, may you all be healthy. Let's say it to the entire country. May we all be happy, may we all be healthy. And lastly, let's say it to the whole wide world. May we all be happy, may we all be healthy. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. I just want to wish everyone, you and everyone in your life, happiness. And may you spread love and kindness to everyone you meet. Slowly open your eyes. You might need to blink a couple of times to get used to the brightness. And let's get ready to move our bodies. Okay, we're going to start moving our bodies with a little silly story. And I thought you might like to know all about me. So I was going to tell you the story of how I grew up on a farm. Now, when I came home from school, I'd dump my bags at home and I'd go straight into the front room and I would go straight in front of the TV. I bet you didn't know there was a yoga pose called TV watching pose, did you? I'll show you it. Okay, your toes are together, your knees are wide, you come down onto your elbows and you are watching TV. Now, I used to come into the front room, sit down and watch TV every day. Let me show you from the side. And my mum would come in the front room and she would say, Hayley, you can't be watching the TV, we've got a farm to run. You need to go out and milk the cows. So I went out to milk the cows. A coming onto your hands and knees. Your hand is under your shoulder and your knee is under your hip. You push your bottom out, making your back go a bit dippy and your tummy go a bit saggy, like the udders of a cow. Your head is up and you can say, moo. Take a big breath in. And moo. So I'd go out and I'd milk the cows, and then I'd come straight back in, straight in front of the TV, watching my favourite shows. And my mum would come in and say, Hayley, come on, you haven't finished your chores. You've got to go and collect the eggs from the chickens. Oh, Mum. But out I went to collect the eggs from the chickens. Chicken pose. On your toes, knees out wide, wings at the side. Try and keep your back nice and straight. Very good. Now, of course, we need to be an egg if I'm collecting the eggs. So, coming onto your bottom, hug your knees in. It's important to check that if you roll backwards, you're not going to bang into a wall or any furniture. To make sure it's all clear, keep your chin down to your chest. That way you shouldn't bang the back of your head. So you keep all tucked up. You roll backwards and then come up. If you would like a bit more of a challenge, don't put your feet on the mat when you come up. Balance and hold it there. That works your core muscles here. Okay, get ready. Let's do 3 rolls. Ready? 1, and balance. 2, and balance. Hold it. And 3, and balance. We collected 3 eggs today. Very good. Of course, I collected the eggs. Straight back in. Straight in front of the TV. And my mum said, oh, Hayley, what am I going to do with you? Why do I have to keep moaning? You got to go and plough the fields. Plough the fields? Oh, go on then, Mum. Plough pose. We're going to lay back. Your arms are at the side of your body and you're going to kick your legs over your head and try and touch the toes to the floor. Okay, ready? Over. Plough pose. And roll back. Would you like to try it again? Ready? Plough pose. You might want to put your hands on your back or have them down. It's up to you. And slowly roll back down. And of course, I went straight back in front of the telly. Hayley, I'm sorry, my love. One last job for you. You've got to go and walk the dog. Oh my goodness. I've got to walk the dog. So, make sure that your fingers are spread wide and that all of the fingers go on the mat. We don't want any claws. They need to be flat on the mat. Tuck your toes under and push your bottom into the air. I'm going to put my feet a bit wider. I'm going to push my feet down towards the mat. Oops, excuse me, Simon's brother. And my head is between my arms. Downward dog. Now, I forgot to tell you that my doggy only had 1 leg. So lift up 1 leg. That's the wrong leg. It's the other leg. It's the other leg up. Very good. And then we took for a walk. Can you do a little walk? And went and sat under the tree. Let's walk our feet towards our hands. And rolling up. Ready to be a yoga tree. So there's 3 stages of tree. There's little trees where we put the heel on top of the foot and stand tall. Now if that's easy, you might want to try the small trees, which is the tree against the lower half of your leg. Now you're going to work on the knee coming out to the side and the toes of the foot that's on your leg point down to the ground. Now you're a tree, so this trunk has to stay steady and strong and your branches come up. Now you might think that's too easy for you today, so you might want to go up to the great oak tree, and that's where we lift our foot up and over the knee and put it right up here. Squeeze your tummy in and stand tall and strong. Pop your branches up. Now if you do it on one side of your body, you have to do it on the other. So let's see what it feels like on the other side. Make sure your roots are on the ground. Maybe you've got little trees today, that's fine. That's how you feel today, you stay there. If you want to go a little further, you can go up, or you can go right up to the giant oak tree. Squeeze those tummy muscles in, make everything tight and strong. Raise your branches up. Now we're different on each side of our bodies, so sometimes we're wobblier on one side than the other. And if that's true, you should stay a little longer on the wobbly side. If you need to hold on to something, you can do. But try to stand tall and strong. And that is the end of today's little silly story. Do you really think I grew up on the farm? Maybe I did. We're going to do a song now. I'm going to give you some instructions for the song before we start, so that you get to know this. Now it's very popular with my yogis that come to my classes, and they all know it, but you guys may never have done it before. It's called the Sergeant Salutation, and a sergeant major, like an army sergeant, comes in and he starts shouting at us a bit. But it's okay, because we can shout a little bit back. But remember, if someone's working from home, don't shout too loudly. We don't want to get told off. Now, he will tell us to stand at the front of our mats. If you haven't got a mat, that's fine. He says namaste, we say namaste. He says butterflies up. We put our butterflies up. And then we put them down when he says. And then he's going to say rag doll. Now, not everyone knows what a rag doll is. It's not so common anymore. But a rag doll is a doll that's made of soft, squidgy material, and they're usually all floppy. So we're going to flop over and swing our arms, and our head goes all loose. Then he's going to say plank pose. I think that's how he says it. So we do rag doll. We're going to put our hands on the ground, and we're going to jump back into plank pose, or you can step back, whatever you prefer. But plank pose is looking like a plank of wood, long and straight. Then he will tell us downward dog, so you put your bottom into the air for our downward dog. Then he's going to say upward dog, and you can say either upward dog or go oh to howl like a doggy. Back to downward dog, and then he'll say jump forwards, ragdoll, and butterflies up. That was number one. So the second one, he'll say three-legged dog. Remember how I said in our last story, and we put one leg in the air because my dog had 3 legs? That's really. Then in the third go, he says bow pose. So that is coming down onto your tummy, holding your feet, push your feet away from your bottom to pull you up, and you can rock. And then he'll tell us child's pose, where we tuck back under before we come into a downward dog. Are you ready to have a go? Let's stand up. Okay, let's get ready to move with our sergeant salutations. Standing straight, shoulders away from your ears, arms to the side.
You gotta get up, you gotta get up, you gotta salute the sun.
Okay, kids, Sarge here. Just like you salute the Sarge, we're gonna salute the sun. Yogis, salute! Namaste.
Namaste.
Butterfly up,
Butterfly up,
butterfly down.
butterfly down.
Ragdoll,
Ragdoll,
ragdoll.
ragdoll.
Jump back,
Jump back,
plank pose,
plank pose,
plank pose.
plank pose.
Downward dog,
Downward dog.
upward dog.
Oh!
Downward dog,
Downward dog.
jump forward.
Jump forward.
Ragdoll,
Ragdoll,
ragdoll.
ragdoll.
Butterfly up,
Butterfly up.
namaste.
Namaste. Breathe in and out your nose.
Stand tall in mountain pose.
Breathing
Take a
in,
break, take
filling
a
up that
rest.
tummy.
Salutations are the best. Breathe in and out your nose. Stand tall in mountain pose. Take a break, take a rest.
Get ready? Round
Salutations are
two.
the best.
Three-legged dog.
Ready for another round?
Yeah.
Yogis, salute. Namaste.
Namaste.
Butterfly up,
Butterfly up.
butterfly down.
Butterfly down.
Ragdoll,
Ragdoll.
jump back,
Jump back.
plank pose.
Plank pose.
Downward dog,
Downward dog.
upward dog.
Oh!
Downward dog,
Downward dog.
three-legged dog.
Three-legged dog.
Other side,
Other side.
downward dog.
Downward dog.
Jump forward,
Jump forward.
ragdoll.
Ragdoll.
Butterfly up,
Butterfly up.
namaste.
Namaste. Breathe in and out your nose.
Stand tall in mountain pose. Take a break, take a
Remember,
rest. Salutations
We've got one more
are the
round to
best.
go, number
Breathe in
3.
and out your
It
nose.
gets
Stand tall
faster.
in mountain
So take this
pose.
chance,
Take
have a good
break,
breath.
Take a rest. Salutations are the best.
Now we work harder, faster this time. Namaste.
Namaste.
Butterfly up,
Butterfly up.
butterfly down.
Butterfly down.
Ragdoll,
Ragdoll.
jump back,
Jump back.
plank pose.
Plank pose.
Downward dog,
Downward dog.
upward dog.
Oh!
Downward dog,
Downward dog.
bow pose.
On your tummy, hold those
Rock
feet.
and roll,
Rock and roll.
child's pose.
Child's pose.
Downward dog,
Downward dog.
jump forward.
Jump forward.
Ragdoll,
Ragdoll.
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 Butterfly up,
Butterfly up.
namaste.
Namaste. Very good. Stay standing. Excuse me. One hand on your head, other hand on your head. Crisscross those legs and sit. No hand sitting. Very good. Take a nice breath in and out. Hopefully you've got your heart rate going a little bit from jumping around. So we're just going to have a little story now. And this story is called The Lion and the Mouse. And it all starts once upon a time on a sunny day. Let's stand up and say hello to our sun. Standing up, stretch your arms up to the sky, look up, slightly lean back and say, hello sun. I'll show you from the side. Don't lean too much, you don't want to hurt this part. Hello sun. There was a great lion coming down onto your knees, toes together, open your knees up and sit down. Lion pose or lion breath. Paws are down on the ground. We're going to breathe in through our nose, filling up our tummy with air, and drawing out our breath with our. We have our claws up, really big eyes, and can I have your tongue poking out at me? It's allowed. Big breath in. Now, lion breath is a really good breath to use when we're feeling a bit frustrated, maybe a little bit angry. It's a good way of releasing our tension. Let's think about something that's making us a bit angry. Big breath in. Very good. Don't do it too much, it might hurt your throat. Now, the lion, he was roaring around the jungle and he was looking for something to eat. He spotted a mouse. Child's pose. Feet on your bottom, lean forward, head towards the mat, and your arms at the side. Make yourself as tiny as you can be, and have a little squeak. Well, the lion spotted the mouse, and he got ready to pounce. Hands come on the ground, bottom stays in the air as you push down. Puppy dog stretch. Getting ready to pounce. Coming back and ready to pounce. The lion caught the mouse. Aha! I have caught you and I have a tasty snack. The little mouse shook in fear. Coming back into mouse pose and have a little shake, 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 shake. But he got some courage. We're going to do hero pose. So it's a bit like this one, but if it is comfy, you spread your legs slightly and see if you can get your bottom to touch the mat. The important thing is my feet are straight and my heels are close to my bottom. My whole feet are straight and I'm not twisting my knees. Hero pose. The mouse said, "Oh, lion, please, I beg you, do not eat me. If you spare my life, I promise to return the favour and help you one day." Lion, toes together, knees spread. He said, "How can a little mouse like you do anything for such a great creature as me? And I am hungry." He lifted up the little mouse by its tail and held his mouth wide open. Let's stretch up really tall, but keep your bottom down on the mat and open your mouth wide, ready to catch the mouse. But the mouse said, "Please," back into hero. Get your bottom on the mat, feet tucked in at the sides. "Please. I'm sure I can help you one day, just give me a chance. Such a great creature as you surely has the power to spare someone's life." The lion thought, "Okay, I will set you free." And he settled down and went to sleep under a tree. Standing up. Remember, baby trees, little trees, or giant oak trees up and over the leg. One place we can't have a tree is against the knee. No against the knee trees. The reason is we will push our knee out of place if we keep doing it. So it must be below or above. But if we're feeling wobbly today, stay down low. Work at pushing that knee out to the side and the toes down to the ground, standing up tall and steady and popping your branches up. And remember, whatever we do on one side, we've got to do on the other. So swap. Maybe you're wobbly today on this side, so you can stay here if you want, but try to do the same place if you can. If you need to hold on, you can do that. Hold a wall, hold a friend. Take a big breath in and out. The next day, the mouse bumped into the lion. But the lion was caught in a net. A net had been set as a trap by hunters. The lion looked at the mouse, all sad, and said, "Dear friend, can you help me?" Well, the little mouse looked at the great beast, trapped and helpless, and said, "Of course." And he set about gnawing the ropes. Oh, I forgot to show you. We were going to do bow pose for the net of where, how the lion was caught. Coming onto your tummy, it's this one, where we grab our feet. Now, we did this in our Sergeant Salutation, but just to give you a bit more detail, the feet push away and pull you up. And you might rock in the wind. So we look like a net, and the lion would be inside it. Poor lion. Now, the mouse decided to gnaw at the rope of the net. Coming up. Now, don't worry about this bit. There's no one there to see you. We're at home. We're going to do some stretches with our mouths so that we can gnaw the rope. So stretch your mouth really wide. And shut. Wide. And shut. Wide. And shut. Let's do some chewy movements. What about some squishing your mouth up? Making it very small. Can you make your mouth very small? And stretch it wide. Very small. And stretch it wide. Very small. And stretch it wide. Very good. "I know you didn't believe me," said the mouse, "but I told you I could help. Even a mouse as little as me can help someone as big and strong as you." The lion said namaste to say thank you. "Thank you, my little friend. I won't forget that lesson." And he ran off into the woods before the hunters returned. So that story was an Aesop's fable. Their stories with a moral. A moral means meaning. What do you think the moral of the story was? I had a think about this. Maybe I come up with the same things that you do. Let's see. Little friends may prove to be big friends. Did you think that one? What about good things come in small packages? Maybe no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. The lion spared the mouse. He showed mercy. Do you think showing mercy to the little mouse was the good thing to do? Yes, it was. Because if the mouse had been eaten by the lion, he wouldn't have been able to set him free. Now, there's a lot of kindness going on in that story. So we are going to open our hearts with a heart opening pose to allow the kindness to flood in. We're going to do Camel Pose. Now, there are 3 levels of Camel Pose. Level 1. Coming onto high knees, hands come to the back of our thighs, and we push our chest up to the sky and look up at the ceiling to make the hump of the camel, like this. Take a big breath in and out. Coming up. Now, the second version is a little bit harder, and we have to be careful that we do not hurt this part of our back by twisting to get into the shape. We're going to tuck our toes under, and we're going to try to reach our heels. Now, a tip to use is to stretch your arms out in front of you, really pull them, and then turn them back round so you've opened up the shoulders. Then you lean back in a straight line till you can feel your heels. And then you look at the sky. Don't put your head too far back. You don't want to hurt your neck. Looking up to the sky, take a big breath in and out and coming up. Now that might be as far as you want to go today, and that's fine. You don't have to try the next one. But if you want to, untuck your toes so you have further to reach. Do the same with your arms. Stretch them forward, pull them, pull them, pull them to make them as long as possible. Bring them around to open up the shoulders and tip back till you feel your heels. And your head might go a little bit back. Just make sure it feels comfortable. Take a big breath in and slowly coming up. And you might want to curl back down and stretch afterwards. Take a big breath in. Coming up now, we have a section called Pose Focus. This is where I show you a few poses that we just concentrate on to make sure we can get them right. So we're going to stand up and we're going to do the warriors. Our first one is warrior one. Our foot comes forward and this foot is straight. This foot goes back and it is slightly turned out. We bend our knee, but we do not bend it too far because our knee can't be further forward than our foot. So make sure this is a straight line. So you might have to go wider that way if it feels good. You should feel the stretch here and here. We're going to twist our hips around to face over our knee. Raise our arms up, showing our muscles. Take a big breath in. And fierce warrior. Big breath in. And fierce warriors. We're going to turn it into warrior two, also known as surfer. So you twist your body around. You zoom your arms out. And this one should be as straight as this one is here. You look down towards your fingers. Nice and strong. Take a nice big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. Then we turn into warrior three, or also known as aeroplane. You bring the back leg in, turning over this leg, raising it up and trying not to tip here. We don't want it like this. Whoop. We want to try and keep straight. So push the hip down. You can have your arms at the side here, or you can pop them in front, or you can be like an aeroplane and pop them out to the sides. And lower the foot down. Turn around to do the other side. So make sure that foot's straight, this foot is turned out. And make it a bit wider, whoops. This leg bends down, hips over my leg, arms up, take a big breath in. Big breath in. Turning into warrior two. Twist the arms around, looking towards these fingernails. This arm is as straight as this one. Big breath in and out. Try not to hunch your shoulders up. Big breath in and out. Time for warrior three. Drag your leg in, twist over, start to raise up this leg, trying to keep from tipping. Arms at the side, behind you, or in front, however it is for you. I'm a bit wobbly this side because I feel a bit close to the wall. Let's see. Try again. Ooh. Big breath in and out. One more breath in and out, and lower to the floor gently. Well done. You have done such good work today. So we've been a bit lively with our Sergeant Salutation, we've had a little story, we've done some poses to work our legs. I think it's time that you earn to rest. Let's just curl up in Child's Pose for a second. You can stretch your arms out, head down, and take a nice breath in and out, telling yourself that you're getting ready to have a rest. In and out. Slowly sitting up, and we're going to relax. This is the time, if you've got a blanket near you, you can pop it on. If any of my yogis have eye pillows, maybe you want to use those. Now these are special little pillows that cover the eyes. It cuts out the brightness of the light, and they're quite calming. Some of my yogis already have them. Maybe mummies or daddies have them if they like yoga. Otherwise, you can always use a teddy. This is Simon our sloth. Hi. And you can pop the teddy over your eyes, whatever you feel comfortable with. But we're going to lay down. If you have a teddy and you don't want him on your face, you can pop him on your tummy. That's nice as well. I'm going to put some music on. I want you guys to lie down and start thinking about relaxing. Remember, you're the boss. If your body starts to wiggle, you tell it to stop. Be still and just enjoy laying down. To start our class and get your body ready, we're going to squeeze our fingers together to make tight fists. And lift your hands slightly off the ground, not too high, not up here, but just up here. Squeeze those fingers into your hands. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Make circles with your wrists, going in one direction and then the other. And slowly release the hands, let them rest at the side of your body, give them a shake and just forget all about them. Lift up one leg, squeeze the toes, scrunching everything tight, tight, tight. Keep squeezing, 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 and release. Lift the other leg just a bit, scrunch up those toes, squeeze everything, making it tight, and relax. Give the legs a shake, let the feet flop out, and just forget all about those legs. If you're comfortable and you haven't got an eye pillow or a teddy, close those eyes and start to let your body feel really, really heavy, sinking down onto your yoga mat. And I want you to imagine that you're going on an adventure. You're going into your imagination. Imagine your yoga mat or your little bit of carpet that you're laying on suddenly lifts up and it floats you all the way to a magical garden. Now this garden is your creation. It can be anything you want. You might have a fence around your garden. You could paint your fence any colour. Pink, red, blue, stripes, even spotty. Anything you like. You are the only person that can invite people into your magical garden. No one can come in unless you say so. So you can choose to be in there on your own, or you can invite some friends. What would you have in your magical garden? Would you have a big play area? Maybe a go ape? Maybe you'd have magical land full of unicorns, dragons, maybe a little pond that could have mermaids swimming in it. Maybe the sky would be full of rainbows. Maybe it would be like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and everything would be made of sweets. Enjoy your garden just for a few moments, imagining what you would do, who would be there, and what fun you would have. It's time to say goodbye to your magical garden, but maybe you could come back tonight at bedtime and have big adventures. Slowly notice how heavy your body is against the floor. Notice your arms and your legs heavy against the floor. And then wiggle your toes just a little bit. Wiggle your fingers. Take your arms up over your head and have a bit of a stretch. Oh, maybe even a yawn. Hug your knees up to your tummy and do a gentle rock from side to side. Now if you have an eye pillow, you might let it slip off as you slowly come to the side. Keep your eyes closed as you sit up, back into crisscross applesauce, and slowly blink your eyes open. Very good. I hope you enjoyed your first ever online yoga class. I will try to do some more over the next few days. Bring your hands together. Hands to our head to think good things. Hands to our mouth to say good things. And hands to our heart to do good things. Namaste. See you again soon. Bye.